I was at another co-working space that's new to Atlanta.
Right.
And it didn't work out there because it didn't accommodate my practice.
Gotcha.
So WeWork was just building, and it was all over Facebook, and I didn't know, much about it. So we went for a tour. We liked it, and everything just kind of fell into place, and they've just been great.
And the culture of WeWork too is very collaborative. So it's no stone thrown at all the other co-working spaces. It's just that no one can fit everybody, but they definitely have a lot to offer to anyone. Put it that way.
Yes.
No one fits everybody, but they have something for anybody. So,
absolutely.
So talk to us about combining a health therapist and fitness.
So mental health and fitness is kind of where Workout Couch meets. Mm-hmm. And for me, exercise aids my mental health. It makes me feel like so much better. Yeah. If I have a stressful day and I just go for a run, or if I do yoga, that kind of just relieves a lot of my emotions. And I wanted to take that approach so that it's not something that people can just directly go towards psychiatric medication, but they can try a different type of coping mechanism approach to it that's different. And there's research that backs it up. So I combine fitness training with mental health therapy.
Gotcha. Well, it makes sense too, your history, and we're holistic. We're mind, body, spirit, and so we can't, unfortunately, compartmentalize those. And they all affect the other. There's not one that does not affect the other.
Absolutely.
And it makes sense that, from a child, you've been in that environment. You could not escape it because you even majored in psychology. And fitness being a lifestyle. Everybody does not subscribe to that, fitness, health, but that's good that you've been able to combine the two. Tell me this, what do you think that has been the biggest challenge for people accepting that piece right there, since there has been that mental health, because we all have a mentality or we have a level of mental health that we need to address. And so it's kind of funny how we kind of, like you said, for years, I grew up a lot of my life in Georgia. And when you would say Milledgeville, it was because of that. And you don't hear it as much because we're a little bit more open to mental health, the needs of mental health for all of us.
Right.
So tell me, but what
is your question?
I'm really, I really wanted to know basically what is the biggest challenge that people that you're finding now with bringing those two together.
The stigma of mental health, especially being in the South. I have lots of friends that live in New York and California, and they have a therapist, and it's almost taboo to not have a therapist.
Exactly.
It's culturally. Like, I was talking to my therapist yesterday. But in the South, you are encouraged to go to a family friend or a minister before you're able to seek out someone who's actually trained in mental health. And that's the difficulty, especially, and not to say that it's some sort of ploy, but the Workout Couch has like a Trojan horse of fitness to gain people to understand that both go hand in hand. And it's just like going to see your PCP once a year for your annual checkup. You can go and get a mental health assessment once a year. They're both equally as important, especially with, like, mental health is real. With Orlando and everything that happened, it's legit. It occurs every day, and people need to be educated on what to look out for and how to encourage people to just see someone.
That brings a point to mind as you educating folks what to look out for. So do you work with outside of that individual, with the folks that they interact with, family, business interactions? Because I've heard a number of stories where people are shocked that this family member, something triggered, and everybody's like in disbelief, like didn't see it coming. But are there telltale signs, or do you work with those folks to say, hey, here's some trigger points, or here's some observations you should be alerted with your kids, with coworkers, or whatever? Do you involve them, or is it mostly you're working with the actual individual?
Everybody. It's a community effort. Like with the shooting, I don't know if you guys read about it in Texas with the mom who shot her daughters and she ended up getting killed herself. There were like signs, blatant signs that there were issues. Cops had been at the house, several months, but no one ever stepped up and said anything before something happened. So it's a community effort of people taking that extra step to say something is wrong and this person needs help.
I think a lot of times people hesitate. They don't want to get involved syndrome kind of thing, right?
Yeah, they do.
And it's unfortunate in today's society. But on another point, this idea of early on, you talked about the exercise. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the whole endorphins kicking in, right?
Yes.
And your mindset changes when you're when you're operating all the cylinders. And whereas if you're complacent, it kind of goes hand in hand, not with depression, but you just don't feel yourself sometimes, right?
Right. You get that serotonin moving and you feel so much better. And even you just feel accomplished.
Right.
It does so much for your self-esteem. If you just do like a 5K walk, you feel so much better because you've done something and physically you feel better. And you could see the physical improvements in your body and your health.
Right.
Have you integrated technology in your offering?
Not thus far, no.
Oh, interesting.
My website is workoutcouch.com, Instagram at Workout Couch, Facebook Workout Couch. Nice. Any of those social media outlets, I'm available.
So do you have a couch over at WeWork? Or
I do have a couch in
you
my
do?
office.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I have to.
We have so we have to swing by. So you're on the first floor, yeah?
Yes,
okay,
the
nice.
first floor.
Yeah. All right, so stay tuned and hang tight just for a minute. We're going to turn our attention back to Brittany. So, Brittany, what's been going on over social media? It looks like you've been active over there.
Yeah, I'm always hooked on my phone and always looking to see what's going on. So I love social media.
So tell us your life story before we jump into the business conversation.
My life story?
Well, I say not as a small child, but prior to showing up today. What have you been up to?
Well, a lot. But I'm originally from North Carolina.
Okay.
So Charlotte, I went to school in Durham, North Carolina Central University at HBCU.
All right.
I've been in Atlanta about 7 years now. Got my master's here in marketing management.
Wow.
From then on, I've always built brands. Like from early Facebook stages, like in college, I had a passion for hosting. I wanted to originally be like a television host.
Oh, really?
So I did that like in high school, and like I had learned how to edit videos, like all those things. So trying to see if I can wrap this up. When I got to college, I had my own show on their local TV channel and radio show, and I kind of created like a movement, like showcasing all of the events that would go on campus. So it was called On the Yard with Brittany B. And so, I would interview students, and it kind of just transformed into this whole different thing. And I didn't know at the time in college I was building a brand, and I was using MySpace and Facebook and YouTube to get it out. That's when it first started. And so then after college, I was like, okay, I want to get into this some more. And people always ask me about, how I built a brand online. And so I was like, you know what? I'll create a consulting company.
Nice.
Consulting marketing company. And
awesome.
so...
Craig, I'm hearing a new show here coming to the Pro Business Channel with our video now added to our podcasting platform. So the branding bar with Brittany B.
Yeah. I like
We're going to bring it back.
Branding bar.
We're going to bring it back.
Say that
Thank
3
you.
times.
Right, exactly.
I barely did it the first time. So, talk to us about your value proposition there and how you're helping people and their brands.
So, I started off, I come from entertainment industry. So I started off doing PR, but then I got into, the social media. So my main offerings within the branding bar is social media, digital marketing. So I do strategy, but I also can manage and implement, if you just don't know what to do on any of your channels, and really could build a community around what you're doing.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, social media is very popular and people go to it to see what you have going on.
Right.
And so I really help you figure out what your brand voice is online and how you could speak to your customers or potential supporters and stay engaged with them. So
what do you find is the biggest challenge with all those offerings? You got Snapchat, and there's always the trending one almost every other month, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think some of the challenges are to decipher which ones to start off with, or do you hit them all? Or
yeah, like I just wrote a blog post about that last week. When you're starting a brand, you really don't know what platform your community will resonate with more, so you just want to go ahead and create all of your channels on all of your channels, your brand on
That's
all
a
of
good
the
one.
channels.
I like that. Yeah.
Your brand on all of the channels, and just kind of go from there to see which one works. Like for me, Instagram has been crazy for me. Like I have a community of like 21,000 people that just came out of nowhere, and like that really just love what I put out there every day. So I say you just gotta, hit everyone and just see what works.
Do you have a team that helps you with that, or you're doing all that by yourself?
No, so I have 2 consultants that actually, because I have, I'm the founder, I'm out doing interviews, I'm trying to get business, I'm trying to figure out how to stay in business and get more clients. So I have 2 consultants that actually implement, because we get a lot of leads coming in from social media, Instagram, and people that want to work with the branding bar. And so I have people that can do the work, and I can do the work as well. So
what's your druther? If you had your druther, which one of those platforms would you prefer to just focus on if you just had one?
For my business?
Yeah.
Well, I really just focus on Instagram.
Gotcha. Okay.
That works well for me. Like I said, it really depends on what your community resonates with, and Instagram works really well with me. They say you want to have a niche, especially when you want to, but I don't though. Yeah. Like it's weird.
It's people. That's your niche.
Yeah, people are my niche. I feel like everybody wants to be on social, and everybody wants to do something great. And so I don't feel like I necessarily have just one industry that I focus on. But as far as clients, like I work with the music tour called Funk Fest that's sponsored by Pepsi. It's a 9-city tour.
Wow.
We're on hiatus right now because it's the summertime, and it's hot. You don't want people outside drinking.
They got to drink more Pepsi.
Right. So I do all their social media digital marketing. So I travel with them. I'm on tour with them, getting footage of the artists, behind the scenes, and really keeping the community that loves the tour from all of the cities engaged. Yeah. So that's an example. That's one of the major clients that I have. But go ahead.
I said that could springboard off to some of those artists that need your services as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like some of these artists, they pretty much have a good community. Like we have like the LL Cool J, like
really?
He's on tour.
He's on the tour in that tour?
He's been at one of the stops. I mean, some TLC, like major people that don't necessarily need my services. Yeah. They already have like a
but
brand
they have to
name.
Stay relevant.
But if I'm an up and coming artist and I see you're affiliated with that brand,
definitely.
Right?
I get a lot of I get a lot of new artists that are looking for me to help them. But like I tell people, it's like a journey. It's not anything that's going to happen overnight. Of course, you can buy followers and all that, but you want to be authentic. I want bigger clients.
Okay.
So for me, like I really need a good business development person that understands like pitching like the branding bar and trying to maybe get like government contracts. Like to just get bigger clients.
Right.
So that's one person. Other marketers, because I need email marketing. I have to do what I say I can do for other people.
Deliver on that, yeah.
And that's the actual bar, and she's got to put that stuff in the balcony.
So we got a couch in a bar. I'm loving these ladies here, whatever, yeah. Come on up to the couch, or come up to the bar, have a seat at the couch, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably what I, business-minded people that know how to sell.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the main thing for me. Because, I have great consultants, but, because I have a background also working in corporate doing business development, like I kind of understand that, but everybody doesn't understand that piece.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Keisha?
Okay. At some point, not as of today, but soon, I would most likely need an intern just to assist with marketing. It's just a lot to just do everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yourself, to do documentation, to get clients, to network. That's just a lot. And also, with the community involvement, I've been doing a lot of women's empowerment seminars and events, and just to have assistance with putting all of that together is difficult when it's a one-man show.
Absolutely right.
The branding bar. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's next in y'all's businesses? What's next on your short list of goals you want to achieve? Or
take over the world. Well, for me, I just want to continue to grow the branding bar into like a full-blown, agency that's full with creatives that are really good in what they do in different areas of marketing. So we can service people that have dreams and want to get their brand out. And so that's ultimately like the major goal for me.
I guess to take a word from Brittany, to rebrand mental health. Do more community awareness and education, really make people aware of signs and break the stigma.